My fiancé doesn't know I let her win at Mario Party. Pretty much what the title says, my fiancé F21 has never been a gamer or played games at all. Me, I'm 26 on the other hand, I've been playing since I was like 5 yo. A few weeks ago I had the idea to buy a Nintendo Switch since it's marketed as a family gaming console, and honestly this was a great idea. We've been playing pretty much every day and it fills me up with joy and happiness to see her trying so hard to win and winning the mini games and getting stars. She mocks me up for losing to her, but she has no idea I let her win. I'm already winning just by seeing her happy. I see way too many girls on Reddit with shitty boyfriends. I, 21M, hear it all the time on this sub, mental health subs, and just everywhere. I understand why dating is so hard nowadays because so many people are trash. Like this poor girl said she was on the spectrum and doesn't understand social cues and her BF wouldn't even communicate what was making him mad. Like WTF is that bullshit? That ain't the least of it though. So many people are just in these relationships because they are the people they grew up with and fell for. Just know that there are way better men out there who won't treat you so badly. I'm sorry you all have to go through this. My parents are trying to reconnect with me after I gave birth. For background, I always had an amazing relationship with my parents while I was growing up. When I was in my first year of college, I met my husband. We were in the same course. Started out when he tutored me, we became friends, then we started dating. So at this time he was only in the country on a student visa. 3 years later, recently graduated, we are living together, and engaged. We went to visit my parents to deliver the news of our engagement. When we did, my parents pulled me onto the side and told me that he was only with me for permanent residency/citizenship. Which was shocking, considering my parents never had any problems with him before. His parents literally stayed at their house when they came to the country to visit. I asked them what made them think this, then they started going on this weird rant about their neighbor's daughter, who dated some foreigner who cheated on her after they got married. I was shocked and couldn't hear of it anymore, so I left and cut all contact. Their reaction was very telling. Another year passes, we got married in a small ceremony with a few family members and friends. His dad walked me down the aisle. I was 2 months pregnant during my wedding. Several months later, I gave birth to my son and he's been amazing. I love my son and I love my husband. We've decided to move to his country to raise our little family. Guessing my parents heard of everything and they've been trying to get in contact with me after I gave birth, expressing desire of wanting to meet my son, or they've apologized for accusing my husband of using me. I cannot stop having sex with my ex-wife. My 26M ex-wife, 30F, and I have been divorced for a month now. I have moved houses, and changed my phone number, and somehow she still winds up at my door at odd hours of the night. I still get nudes and sex from her in the daytime just like I would have when we were together. We have hooked up 6 times since the divorce, and honestly it's been the best sex I've ever had in my life. I hate how much I enjoy it. I hate how good it feels to be with her. I hate myself for letting her stay in my life. I hate that I can't stop myself from giving in to her. She stayed the night last night. I woke up holding her, just like I used to do when we were married. She's there, laying in my bed right now, still sleeping, like she didn't go crazy and try to make my life miserable. I fucked her like I still loved her last night, and I honestly don't know how to feel about her anymore. I'm so tired. My son stood up his mom like she did years ago. I had my son with my then GF just after high school. We got married at just 18-20, Christian parents. From the moment he was born, I loved him. My ex thought otherwise. She'd blame him for ruining her life, leading her to mentally and verbally abuse my boy up till we divorced. It was a clean break as she left with her new rich boyfriend, saying if her future was ruined, her new rich BF can help her live the life she wanted. My son is such an angel. He always thought it was his fault, and tried to do his best to be the best son for me, leading him to be very easily influenced by others' critic and stuff. Since his classmates' moms treat their kids right, everyone's hero is their mother. Even after all the abuse she put him through, he'd still wanted to visit her and her. It's normal bad parenting, making plans she couldn't attend to. I'd understand if it's once or twice, but all the times? Not even once, not even a weekend or even a few hours. He basically had no maternal figure in his life. This made him have trust issues and he became really quiet. But thank goodness for therapy, he got much better. The gym became his stress reliever. Now, he's a strong, intelligent senior in school. He's the perfect child. It's only about 6 months ago he got texts from his mother, asking to meet him. For a week straight, he was so happy, unreasonably happy to meet someone who had hurt him so bad at such a young age. But it was not my place to tell him who he should meet. The day he was supposed to meet her at a coffee shop to catch up, my son got the call from his mom, asking where is he. Sorry, something came up at work, can't meet today, before hanging up. For 6 months, whenever they made plans, he was a no-show. I wasn't aware of any of this, so when my ex called to tell me about my son's behavior, saying he's acting out of line and should be disciplined, I'm sorry, But when she was explaining, I just straight up started cracking up. I told her that he is doing what she did to him years ago, and I will not be disciplining him for something she indirectly taught him. I feel bad for her, but is my son really that wrong to no-show his mom?